let me project number 1 and homework number 1. Okay, the first part of this assignment is similar to the example that I described it in a recorded video. Okay, but in the second okay, Nur Adam says that the transmission type. The measure is bit and seconds. These two items are the basics in calculation, bits and second. Delay is in second and the volume is in bit, okay, or megabit, not in megabyte. Just pay attention, in bit, not in byte. So if you have a value in byte, you should change it to bit first. In the second part of this homework, I'm asking you to read more about pipelining mechanism in computer architecture, and we have a similar structure here. When I'm sending a packet toward the next system in allowing the path to the destination, okay? I'm sending a packet toward the next routers or the next hop in the path. It will take a time for sending this information, okay? And then that packet should be sent over the next hop and after that next hop. But when I'm sending one packet to the next hop, next hop in the past, I can send another packet from, for example, I'm sending one packet over hop number 1, and at the same time I can send a packet from using hop number 2, and another packet can be sent over hop number 3. So I can send simultaneously, I can send one packet to one hop and send at the same time, send another packet, the last packet, okay, the past packet, okay, from hop number 2, using the hop number 2. And another packet can be sent over hop number 3. We called it pipeline. There are several stages. I should send data over these stages simultaneously. When you are using this one, you can see, okay, that according to this information here, you should change the bytes in bits, and simply you can send information, send data, and calculate those delays. Okay, but in the second part of question number 2 is that when I'm segmenting packets, segmenting a message into some packets, I should be clear about each of those packets has some control informations inside their headers. Okay, inside their headers. So I cannot reduce those headers, but I can reduce the payload size. The size of header is fixed, but the size of payload is variable. So I can make it greater than or smaller than the standard value. But if I make it greater than a value and look to the structure of the packet of the header size receives a smaller portion of the total packet size. And if the size of packet became shorter, I can see that the header receives more portion of the total packet size, which is very important. Why? Because those header is fixed. And if I reduce the size of packet, it means that I'm sending more information inside the packet, but those information, most portion of those information is not related to my basic information. Let's look at this. The job is sending a packet, a file, a 100 megabyte file. The job is this. I tried to segment this file into smaller portions. Okay, and each of those smaller portions will receive a header, a fixed size header. Those headers are overhead. They are not part of my file, the 100 megabyte file. Those headers are not part of my files, but I'm adding them to my packets because I need them. I need to use them to forward the packet to the receiver. So there is a trade-off here. It's the portion of header will grow. If I increase the size of packet, the total portion of data in header with respect to the total size of packet will reduce. So we should be clear about this. In the second part, I ask you to find a sewing point. This sewing point has the minimum total transfer delay. If you calculate, in the first part, I ask you to calculate the transfer delay. Okay, but in the second part, I ask you to find a sewing point. As much as you reduce the size of packets, you can see the total delay will decrease, decrease until a specific point. After that point, if you decrease the size of packets, you can see, okay, the delay is increased. Why? Because the header, size of header is fixed. You just reduce the size of payload. Okay? You just reduce the share of payload in your packet, but the size of header is fixed. Yes, Zahra. In the second question, you should find total transmission delay. Because I want to send a 100 megabyte file. So how much time should I spend for this? You should find the total delay. How can you find this information? Let me show you the formula. N plus k plus n plus minus 1 times in t. K is number of stages or number of hops in the network. K is number of hops in the network. N is number of packets in network. And T is transmission time should I spend for each of those hops. So T is transmission delay in each of those hops. You should use this calculate this formula in the first part and in the second part. But the only things that change is that in the second part, when I want to calculate the transmission delay, I should be aware that my packet has two sections, the header and the payload. And in the question, I say that, okay, the header has X bytes. So if I say, for example, my header is 20 bytes, for example, and total size of my packet is 100 bytes. What does it mean? It means that in this packet can move and transfer 80 bytes of my data. So if I have a 100 megabyte file, I should divide 100 megabyte divided by 80 bytes. Doing this, do this, and find number of packets. Simply. What is the size of packet? 100 bytes. 80 bytes for payload and 20 bytes for header. Is it clear? Is it clear? So simply you can do this to find the answers. Okay. Is there any question? Any question? Okay. On Thursday we have exam. We have a quiz from chapter 4. Yes. On Thursday night, we have a quiz from chapter 9. This week, as I remember, in this week, on Thursday, next week, okay, next week. Okay, I wish the best for you. Have a good night. Thank you and goodbye.